Hi, Catrice here. So, I'm um I'm sitting here in my bed still. I just finished the last video, and my daughter, my oldest, walked in, and she's talking to me about her work day so far, because she's working, remotely, and I don't know. It's just nice. It's very nice. I'm so proud of her. She's a big girl now. But anyway, this girl gonna be 22 in a few months. Oh my god. I set so with the last video, I told you that I set an alarm to do something that I wanted to do. I didn't do it, and the alarm is still reminding me. But anyway, it's not like an emergency or whatever. It's just something I wanted to remember to do. But I'll get to it. So because I'm not gonna just like chuck the alarm. It'll keep reminding me. But but yeah, so it's been interesting going out to stores. So when before I think the president called for the like official like quarantine kind of thing, one of my daughters and I walked around to, no, we ain't walked that day, but anyway, we went to a dollar store nearby because I was like, you know what, I know I have some rubbing alcohol, but I want to make sure, I have a little more, because I was like, I think I want to make some hand sanitizer, some more hand sanitizer. And it was okay. So like, to give you the backstory with that part, nothing really was being said at that time. Nothing much was going on that I knew of at that time. And so when we went to the dollar store, well, I did know that a lot of people were starting to like not starting to buy up all the toilet paper. It was weird. And but we had plenty. And so we went to the dollar store, and the toilet paper, all that was like fully stocked, but they didn't have any rubbing alcohol. And I was like, that's interesting. And so we went to another store, there was no rubbing alcohol. Another store, there was no rubbing alcohol. Another one, and I was like, wow, why are people taking up all the rubbing alcohol? And I said, I guess maybe they all trying to make hand sanitizer like me. So I'm not really big on hand sanitizer. I'd rather just wash my hands. I'm the person that I will take a chunk of the soap that I make. Like, I'm seeing now, oh my gosh, like people are saying that that soap has been hard to come by, toilet paper obviously for whatever reason, and lotion and all too. And I'm like, thank God I make all that stuff. Not the toilet paper, but I make my own. Like, I got like a good 50 something bars of soap on my racks right now. Like, we're good, and I know how to make more, and I actually, plan to make some more and get some more on the racks when what's on the racks come off. But I'm like, man, like, the things that you kind of, I guess, take for granted, like, I don't have to be a part of that. And I tend to keep us stocked with like things like toilet paper and paper towels or whatever anyway. So it wasn't like it wasn't a mad dash like, oh, get some toilet, it wasn't like at all, So again, like, I don't know, our lives haven't really changed so much with this. But anyway, so going to the stores though, there was at first, when going to BJ's for our like 5-gallon waters, at first we really noticed that most people were going for the little like containers where like 40 in a pack for like $2.99 or whatever. And we got a couple of those too, because I was like when I have events, I like to have those waters for that. But otherwise, we have the water dispenser, so we get the 5-gallon jugs. So I was like, okay, good. Nobody's really messing with them so much. And so I know we can always have those. But it was interesting to see like the masses and masses of people coming and like buying up all like the Like the chicken was gone, different meats and stuff, and of course all of the processed foods that like I don't even mess with that stuff, but a lot of that is gone. But a lot of like produce is fully stocked still. So it's just interesting to see, like, wow, yeah, it really is the standard American diet to eat a lot of that, like junk food. I call it junk food because it's like you don't know what's in that stuff. It's terrible. But anyway, so then and it was just interesting to see like how long the lines were. But one thing I really love about Jersey is they get organized right quick. And it was so lovely to see, like, yeah, the lines were long, but they had it organized such that, like, at the BJ's, like, it's one massive long line, so it's going way to the back of the store and wrapping around or whatever. But then they had people stationed there. They had it such that you could only buy 2 waters at a time per person. And they were, like the one line, they're directing people to go to all of the different lines from there. So it was just like, and it was like perfect. And but interestingly enough, the other day when I went, maybe 2 days ago, I think I went Saturday, which I don't typically go to no stores on no Saturday or Sunday because everybody and their mama and their uncle is in there then. But and I'm used to the unschooling life, so I go like Tuesday morning, like or something when it's not packed. So me and my daughter, we went on a Saturday because I needed to get some more water. Well, okay, when I say I needed to get water, that means I had only 2 5-gallon jugs of water left, and I start to freak out. And so, sans pandemic, I absolutely love water. I have almost always loved water for as long as I can remember. People that went to high school with me will tell you I carried a huge bottle of water every single day. And I just don't play when it comes to my water. I will leave the house at 2 a.m. to go to Walgreens and have to get water if I feel like the water is running low. We don't drink our water in this house yet because we don't we have hard water. I don't know about all of New Jersey, but I know where I am, the water is hard. It stains, like the calcium deposit. It's terrible. I ain't drinking that. So, matter of fact, one of my daughters, I don't know what was going on in her mind. She's very sensitive anyway, but she started drinking the water at one point, right straight from the tap. She started breaking out all around here, and just it was terrible. And we couldn't figure out for a good while what she had done that was different. And then eventually I was like, "You've been drinking the water, haven't you?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Didn't I tell you not to drink it?" And when she stopped drinking it, it went away. So anyway, that's why we have the water dispenser. And so, but we have a water softener that is gonna do the job of cleaning all that up. And then once we get that installed, we have it in the basement sitting there looking cute. But once it gets installed, then we'll be good to go with that. But anyway, in the meantime, we got our water dispenser, and that's what we do. So my youngest daughter and I went on Saturday to go to BJ's to get the water. And my goodness, the line, first of all, there was a long line wrapped around the parking lot to get into the store because they weren't, I guess, only letting a certain amount of people in at a time. And then once you got in the store and got what you needed to get, the line was to the back of the store again because it's one line. But it ran pretty, fairly quickly, considering the way it was. But they're doing a good job with keeping things as well stocked as possible because they're only allowing people to buy, like 2 of whatever. And my favorite Trader Joe's is doing the same exact thing. You had to stand outside the store. They only I think they said like 30 people in at a time. I don't remember. And then It was so nice. They give you a rose as you're going in, and then they you can only buy two. Your limit is two of everything you're gonna buy. You can only get two, and and they were very well stocked too. So that was nice. We had an instance where we went to our farm, our favorite farm, to go get our raw goat's milk in Pennsylvania. And that was a lovely experience as always. It just feels so peaceful and oh, like I don't know, it feels wonderful going out there. So we did that. On our way back, I was like, you know what? Let's stop and see if there's a Walmart Supercenter, and because I needed like potatoes, and there was just like two or three things I wanted. They had everything we wanted and what we needed, and so I was a little probably misled because I was like, the stores aren't so bad, but probably is bad, for others, but it hasn't been for me. And on Sunday, my husband, he was like, you know what? You should go to the store and get some rubbing alcohol. And I was like, boy, I've been trying to get some more rubbing alcohol for a long time. I was like, we got like half a bottle, but I was trying to get another bottle. And he said, try the beauty supply store. They have rubbing alcohol. And I was like, you're right. We went to the beauty supply store. They stopped with it, and they limited. You can get two. I picked up one, and I was like, just get two. You could get two. So I did, and I made up some disinfectant spray as well as what was the other thing? Hand sanitizer, and so and we've been having fun with it. My kids and I I don't really like saying kids that much because they're not goats. But anyway, one of my teachers used to say that. So, so we, I gave them an old T-shirt that my husband didn't want anymore. We cut it up, and like everybody had slivers of the shirt, and I would spray everybody's slivers and go around, and you wipe the like doorknobs on all the doors and all that, and the like where you turn on the light fixture, whatever, and just these like high touch areas, the refrigerator, and all that. And so we wiped all those different areas and had a good time with the rails and all this stuff. That was fun. And when we go out, we wipe the doorknob, outside and all that again. But and then we did the cars too, did the steering wheels and all the high touch areas in the car, and that was fun. But we're just like enjoying ourselves as much as possible through it all. And there was one time though, I don't know what happened with my phone, but it just suddenly froze up, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if the Sprint store would still be open, but it's considered essential. So I went to the Sprint store by myself, and I was totally fine because I don't have the fear that a lot of people have with this thing. And but when I walked in there, my chest got immediately tight, and I was like, okay, whose stuff am I picking up? And like I walked in the door, and the lady was like, oh, wait, you gotta go back out the door. So I walked out the door. She comes out and she's like, I gotta screen you. And I was like, okay. And so she's and it's sad because I get it. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta, you trying. It's sad. But anyway, so she's talking to me outside the door of the store, and asking what I need. And then when she figures that I do need to come in, I have to come just in the door and stand over in the corner off to the side. The guy that is going to fix the phone, he's in the back putting on his gloves, and he gets a tissue, puts some hand sanitizer or whatever on the tissue. He's like, can you wipe your phone down? And I was like, yep. Wiped the phone down, took off the case and all that, wiped it down because I was like, you're not going to need the case anyway, so whatever. I'm going to wipe off the actual phone, take the case off and stuff. And I just looked at him before I could even talk, and I said, are you okay? Because I'm feeling it. Like, I ain't say that part to him, but I'm feeling it, like in my body. And he's like, no, I'm not okay. And he was like, I don't understand why we're even still open, but they're saying that we're one of the essential stores. So, here we are, And And I was like, I'm sorry, like I was like, I understand, and everything, and at the same time, I do understand too, because I was telling my daughter, my oldest, she was still at her house at that point. We were talking on the phone, and she was like, why are they still open? Why do they have to be essential? And I was like, think about it. This is you're on your phone right now talking to me. If your phone goes kaput right now, like her car's in the shop, I'm like, how are you gonna contact anybody? And she was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, because a lot of people don't have landlines today, and so they are essential, and she's like, oh my gosh, yeah. And so it's just interesting. But and I left there with that tightness in my chest, and it was terrible. I was just like, oh my gosh. But I'm like, Lord, like, yeah, just it's terrible. And so for anybody who can identify with that, what I just described, what you do in that case is you pray for the situation. And if you don't pray, I don't know what to tell you, because it's hard. It's hard. You're an empath and a seer, and you gonna pick up stuff that ain't yours. And if you don't know how to get rid of it, like like people talking about they don't believe in God, ain't no God. Okay. Keep it then. But anyway, so yeah, you pray for the situation, ask God to help you, like, take those feelings away, cuz I think honestly an empath is an intercessor. And not saying that you have to be an empath to be an intercessor, no, but I think empaths are intercessors, because intercessors, when you're an empath, you feel exactly what a person feels. Like, you're in their shoes all the way in. And who better to pray than somebody who understands? You're removed, but you feel it exactly, so you can pray more pointedly to that situation. So it can be a beautiful thing. It's not fun all the time. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it is, because it's not fun sometimes, but it's effective, and it's good. It can work. And if you know how to not take on stuff that's not yours, and see it for what it is, use godly wisdom, etc., and discernment, you can help a lot of people. So yeah, I'm talking too much. So I'm gonna end the video here, but there's more to talk about, of course, because there always is. But again, I pray that you and yours are doing well, and we do actually know some people too, because I was thinking at some point early on, I was like, does anybody actually know anybody that is coming down with this virus? But we do. So, and they're fine, thank God, fine, like recovered, totally. But as they're saying, like, most people that get it do recover, so that's hopeful too. But anyway, I'll end the video, and I hope you're doing well, and not allowing fear to just take over. So take care of yourself and each other, and all that good stuff. So, bye.